Hey my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel on episode 30 of Not So Human. And we are still in Selene. It is also Winterfest, it is also the triplets birthday, and I did invite over both dads as well as Auntie Tala to make sure that all of the kids had some of the family members aside from each other and Selene on Winterfest. I did make sure that we also have a nice Christmas tree. So we're gonna turn on this light. We have a nice huge pile of gifts. And then we also have the Winterfest or winter cake over here so that we can blow out the candles for the triplets. And since it is Winterfest, I thought that winter cake would be the best teamed one. So we are going to immediately help blow out candles. Alaric as the eldest, and then it will be Phelan and Lycan next. For Alaric, checking his skills right before he ages up because I do want to match the skills and the traits with the kids' traits. So Alaric maxed out imagination and maxed out body. Communication and movement were kind of on the same, although movement was close to getting to 4. And thinking was the lowest skill. Then Simology, he is angelic, he loves being carried, hates bedtime, and is a paranormal investigator. For Phelan, she maxed out communication imagination, was close to maxing out movement, and then potty. And she is a silly, gregarious sim, so I do think she would probably be a little bit more social. She loves being carried around and is a light sleeper. And then the final one in Lycan. Lycan maxed out basically all of his skills except thinking, even though he is inquisitive, which I think is funny. He's also a little singer, has a good appetite and aggressive, so maybe something in terms of a more hot-headed moodlet, I think that will really fit him. And also something that is probably going to be a little bit more focused on the mental trait. Well, let's start aging up these triplets. Let's have Celine walk over. And I did place it out here since it is a nice weather. And then they can also enjoy this beautiful island view. So Lorik has blown out his candles first. And we are getting a goal from Zamira saying that she had a nice date with Miki Akiyami. Okay. So Alaric is going to be aging up first. Let's see. Angelic, and then we had Potty and Imagination maxed out. So I'm just gonna randomize Cat Lover, Perfectionist Evil, Loves Outdoors, Goofball, Cheerful, and okay, Goofball's there twice. Bookworm. I do think with Angelic, Cheerful is Goofball was their choice, but I do think Cheerful matches with Angelic. Then also thinking he was the eldest triplet, or he is the eldest triplet, so something in terms of having a little bit more of that perfectionism, having to be like the oldest of the triplets, need to make sure that he always fulfills like the parents' goals. It's also what you see with the eldest child as well. So Kieran already has that. But seeing that they're a lot younger than Kieran, I think he would also have that feeling of I need to be perfect for mom. And then being a werewolf, I kind of feel Glutton might be interesting to give to Alaric. Then having Lycan have the hot-headed trait, and then Phelan maybe having another trait as well that ties in their werewolf nature. I think that's really suiting. For him being cheerful and perfectionist, I do think a multi-skill matches more. And I'm either thinking mind and body, or I'm thinking a playtime captain, and I'm gonna go with the mind and body for him. So that is Alaric all aged up. Let's add candles again, and then make sure that we can age up Phelan next, and then, as I said, Lycan in as the final child. So help upload candles. Let's go with Phelan. So Phelan is blowing out her candles as the second triplet, and again she's silly, so I think either something in terms of goofball and cheerful will fit her as well, but she's also gregarious, so something that is a little bit more in the social skill. So let's see what she gets. She gets outgoing. I think outgoing is going to fit her, mean, and a bookworm. Plant lover, bookworm, horse lover, and then child of the ocean, macabre, music lover. She got bookworm twice. She also got outgoing, so I'm gonna give her outgoing with the gregarious. I'm also going to, I think book lover might be, or bookworm might be interesting for her. And then tying in that werewolf side, I'm kind of thinking giving her the erratic trait that her mom also has. Kind of also looking at what else we can give her. I don't think she would be skeptical. Slop might be interesting. Kind of thinking that maybe we should have a slop sims. I never have any slop sims. And they're just so focused on being like their wool self that she does take care of her personal hygiene, but she doesn't really care about the hygiene of her room. She's a little bit more messy in that case. I think slop might be interesting to give to her. And then for her, I think social might be interesting. Either thinking social butterfly, super siblings. I think she would want a best friend. She's in a boy household, like she's the only girl aside from her mom. I think she would want a girl best friend that she can relate to, that she can become friends with, that she doesn't have to stay with the boys all the time. So let's give that to her. She aged up with blonde hair, but I do think we're gonna give her her more strawberry reddish blonde back. So go over to your brother and maybe just hug your brother so we don't have the non-makeover in the pictures. Maybe just do a little bit of, let's see, talk about toys. Talk about the toys that you are gonna get as a birthday gift. Then we're gonna add the final candles and make sure that Lycan can age up as well. And our final triplet has blown out his candles. So let's see. I think hot-headed is one trait that we need to give Lycan, and then something in again in terms of the mental skill. So let's see. Bookworm, art lover, proper, creative, loner, competitive, geek, outgoing, skeptical. So I'm thinking that geek might be very fitting with the more mental than hot-headed. He didn't roll it, but it really fit with the aggressive trait that he had as a toddler. And then thinking he got loner, he got heart lover, competitive. Kind of thinking competitive. I haven't played with a competitive trait, but I don't think Lycan would be very competitive. We also got skeptical. And I'm kind of thinking that he might get that in the future, but I don't think as a kid he would already be that skeptical. I am checking what else we can give him instead. Okay, so I've gone over all the skills and I'm kind of thinking about giving Loves the Outdoors. Maybe he's really into, with the werewolf side, maybe really into going outside, doing all of these explorations like his mom is doing a lot. Maybe looking for bugs. Maybe he wants to join the scouts and try to like learn all of these things as well. So I do think that's very fitting. And then I think if mental aspiration is fitting the most, and I'm kind of thinking, I don't think little entrepreneur, I don't think nerdy birdie, might be brainy trainee or something in terms of Void Crisis master. So I'm thinking about doing maybe brainy trainee for now. And that's all of the kids. So checking. No, what happened? Oh, he had an immediate bladder failure. Oh, poor baby. Oh. Okay, immediately aged up into a child and his first bladder failure is already there. I'm just gonna bump up his hygiene because I would have... Oh, poor baby. I would have made sure that his bladder actually would have been high. But he is an unhappy infant, but he is a happy toddler. For Phelan, she has giftedness, so she has a neurological difference which each affects each gifted sim differently. Gifted sims often excel at many skills, most logic and... Oh, my cat is sitting on my keyboard. Give me one sec. Okay, I'm back. So, starting again, giftedness is a neurological difference which affects each gifted sim differently. Gifted sims often excel at many skills, mostly logic and thinking communication and language skills, are creative and passionate about their pursuits, reach milestones faster than others, and enjoy solving problems and pursuing further knowledge. While in many ways they can excel beyond their peers, they can either or both be fiercely independent and incredibly sensitive and often have trouble self-regulating. Talk and play therapy can be an effective therapy for gifted sims who are overwhelmed, have trouble self-regulating, and have a strong fear of failure. Which actually, her dad also has a fear of failure. So that's actually really nice interest in tie, or really nice way to tie in that relationship. Her special interest is books, so she has a special interest in literature and books because she's a bookworm. She is a happy toddler, and also Alaric is a happy toddler. So luckily, all toddlers aged up as a happy toddler, which is of course what Selene wanted to do with this holiday. So at least they have some nice memories. Let's now take them into Create a Sim, give them their outfit makeovers, and make sure that they look a little bit more like their toddler selves. This is Alaric, and I kept the blue color scheme that we had when he was a toddler. Also tried to make him a little bit more, with that body, mind and body, I tried to make him a little bit more athletic. Then a formal, athletic. I do think that both of the boys would maybe be into a fight sport, so I did give them a little bit of an outfit like judo or taekwondo or something in that regard. Then sleep, party, swimwear, hot weather. And I do think since they're werewolves, they would probably run a lot hotter than usual. So for hot weather, I made sure that it was still appropriate for their age, because I do think they're kind of like 6-7 years old at this point, but that it is enough for them that they don't overheat. And that's also with cold weather. I have this outfit, but then I do have one where it's really, really cold. So they will have a beanie, but their hands will never be covered up. Then for Phelan, I kept her red colors, and I tried to make her as girly as possible, since I still think Selene would dress her really girly. So this is her second outfit, where she has her hair tied up. Then her formal, athletic, and I think she's probably more into dance than she would be into like a fighting sport. But I do want them to have an after school activity, so they have that werewolf pop energy, that they can do something with it and get that out as much as possible. Her sleep, her party, swimwear, hot weather, and then cold weather. And then she also has one which is similar to her brothers, with a North Face and a ear protector. Then this is Lycan, and since he's a little bit more into the brainy and more mental, I made him a little bit more geeky. So this is the second outfit, and I did keep the like brown beige color scheme. His formal, athletic, similar to Alaric. His sleep, party, swimwear, hot weather, and then cold weather. The first one and the second one. So those are the triplets. Let's see them in game and celebrate the rest of Winterfest. So we are back in game, and apparently Lycan is also gifted, but he has a special interest in plants. So he's interested in plants, herbalism, and botany. He is feeling mortified because he peed himself, so we are going to have Selene talk to her son and try to lift his embarrassed mood a little bit. Let's see if there's anything that we can do. Oh, she can teach him about plants. That's so interesting, because I think he would like that. Let's see, is there anything in terms of... I think stories. Yes, discuss embarrassing mood. I think she can help him out. And this has broken, so we're gonna replace that since we have enough money. Let's see, I'm lowering the volume a little bit because it is a little bit loud on my side. But we do have to have the festive spirits, the open presents, and Father Winter will be here at 8 p.m. So I'm thinking about opening presents with everybody. So Kira, Tala, Fenris, Valen, Lycan, Alaric, and Rowan. Let's have all of them open some gifts. And oh, he thinks his mom is cool. That is so sweet. He's thinking grown-ups can be cool. Selene is the coolest grown-up ever in Lycan's eyes. Oh, that's such a sweet thing. At least she's helping him a little bit to help him feel a little bit better. And everybody's coming over to get some gifts. I do think the kids are going to get a little bit more gifts, because it's of course their birthday as well. So we should make sure that they have that as well. Selene is grabbing the first gift. Let's see what she gets. And she got a Just For Me above basket. Then we have a Lycan who is up next. So I think this is a really sweet picture. Selene excited about her gift. Lycan happy that he can open his. You are getting a call from Alaric. Um, I think that's probably not the call, but they're talking next to each other. We're very busy right now, but we might be able to get it. And she's actually doing a little bit of singing to her aunt. So she has gotten the singing skill, and Lycan got the golden tickets marble game ring. So they can do a little bit of playing with the marbles out there. Let's see, who is up next? Rowan is up next, but we won't. I don't think we will get a notification for what he gets. Oh, we do. Team Magic Personal Brewer. Then who is next? Phelan is next. Okay, we have Kieran who needs to really pee, so why don't you go to the toilet, Kieran? Please use the toilet so you don't pee yourself like your brother did. And I do think that Selene is going to scold him for shouting out forbidden words. So let's see if we can go into parenting and actually scold him. Apparently not, but we can... Let's say, we're gonna ask about his face, but I don't think she's gonna do it now. Normally I think she would have scolded him, but probably she's gonna let it go. We have Phelan who is grabbing the next gift, and she got a Blarfy. So let's take a picture of her as well. With her dad and her brother's dad talking in the background. Cute little picture of her. I think she's going to be happy with the Blarfy. And Alaric, are you up next? Did you already get a present? She's happy. Let's see who is up next. I do think it's... Okay, it's Kieran who is up next, but he needs to use the toilet first, so let's wait a little bit for him. And I think Phelan really likes Sala because she keeps coming over to her aunt, so that's really sweet because, of course, she does have a lot of guys in her life with her brothers, her dad. Rowan is also a huge part of her life, so I do think it's nice when she can interact with another woman or female figure in her life that is not just her mom. So we're gonna do a little bit of a small talk. We're gonna share the Winterfest excitement because I do think the kids are all very happy about Winterfest. And I'm also going to have, as soon as Alaric opens his gift, talk to Lycan, do the same thing in terms of sharing the Winterfest excitement. Kieran is finally coming over to open his gift, so let's see. And Fenris, really make sure that you do something about your illness because I want you to be okay. And I think your kids want you to be okay on their birthday. Let's see. Kieran is now opening his gift, and I do think he is looking excited. But he is trying to guess like what his gift is. Do we see it already here? It is a Wicker Whim's candle bowl. Maybe there are some magical candles that he can use in some of the spells. So he is excited. And then we have Alaric with the final gift. And I don't think Alaric likes his gift. You can see that he's really not excited about it. Oh, poor baby. Did he get a prank gift? He got a wolf eel as a gift. Yeah, he's not particularly happy. So let's have the kids open another present because I do want to have the kids like make sure that they get the most presents due to their birthday. So they are all going to open another present. Hopefully Alaric likes this one. Okay, he does. He's got the time. He got the Banana Bank Heist model van. Phelan got the waffle cone, the llama corn, and then Lycan got Mr. Floppy, the gnome. So they did get some nice gifts that they feel happy about. Let's make sure that we also keep working on the festive spirit before Father Winter gets here. So friendly. We're not going to show off our paranormal license, but we are going to share the Winterfest excitement. We are going to friendly activities, sing about Winterfest, and just like a little bit of fun stuff. And she again is still chatting with Tala. So why don't you just continue doing like some activities with Auntie Tala and build a little bit of a relationship up with her, while Selene in the meantime can talk to Fenris, try to see if they are in a better space after she took the cure, and if things are a little bit better between them. So we are also going to ask, let's see, interest. I do think we're gonna just do small talk and ask how he is. So we are going to use the how are you that I have. Then Kieran can talk with his dad, as he does like to see his dad every now and then. So we are going to affection, do a hug, lovingly hug with your dad. And then some of the small talk, share Winterfest excitement, and maybe do the belly laugh. And I do like to see how everybody is getting along. She's talking with Rowan if she's good or bad. Um, they also did a belly laugh together. It does seem that Alark is crying a little bit, so maybe we can comfort him just a little bit. Let's see. We're gonna ask him actually if he Lycan. And then we'll have Phelan, who's definitely building up a relationship with her aunt. We're gonna have her enthuse about candy to Alaric. And I do think, since we still have the cake, it might be time to call everybody to pick up a serving and eat some cake. So call everybody to meal. Let's make sure everybody gets a little bit of birthday cake, so we can really make sure that this is the best birthday that these kids have, since I think they liked their infant to toddler birthday, but it wasn't the greatest. I think this is one that they definitely enjoy a lot more, with the present pile, the Christmas tree, the family just being a little quiet, a little bit smaller, everybody having a fun time, everybody talking to each other, no fights, no angst, no mother who's really focused on trying to get her revenge, but a mother who is more present and more there for her kids. I haven't done anything, but they have a suggestive conversation. So Rowan, he did break up with Kim Goldblum, and there is a sentiment between these two. Let's see. He's deeply in love. He does have a relationship with Kyla. I don't know who, but he did break up with Kim Goldblum. He did divorce her. They were married for a while after he broke off things with Selene and said, I will wait for you, but we cannot be together. He does have a toddler. He does have a son with Kim, who is, of course, Rowan's half-brother. But it does seem that he is feeling in love with Selene. I don't think he does feel unattractive. I don't think this relationship would have happened because he does feel very unattractive. So I am going to put this... I'm going to remove the romance bar. But it does seem that he and Selene, he is willing to... He sees Selene changed. He sees that she is focusing a little bit more on her kids. She's given up her werewolf powers. So in his mind, I do think that he's slowly thinking that she is coming back to the light, and that she is coming back to the dark place where she... Back from the dark place from where she was. And he's having kind of hope that it might be the case that he will have somebody who he loved deeply, and somebody who he has his son with, somebody that he didn't want to leave but felt like he had to leave. I think he does have this feeling that he's slowly getting her back. We're not gonna scream incoherently to your son. She wants to take a nap. We have a lark now. A Lycan. I'm gonna get these twins mixed up so many times. But we do have Lycan now talking to Tala, so it is nice to see that all of the triplets. Because I saw Lark talking to Tala earlier. He also wants to become friends with Tala. We have a child over here. Who are you? Cassandra Martin. Oh, you're gonna age up into... You're Villarreal. Anna Robles, but you're... Oh, it's Alice Martin, and she married a Villarreal. But you're gonna age up into teen soon, so I don't think it's going to be a best friend for Phelan. who is definitely not in the happiest place because of her beastly growth spurt. So, can we maybe help you with your emotions? Maybe just go for a walk to calm yourself down. Lycan is feeling productive. Oh, he is hugging his aunts. And I did give all of them a formative moment by having them think about what they want to take on. So he wants to be a completionist. He wants to trade up a collectible 3 times. He wants to win 2 collectibles off of Buddy Scoop. She wants to be crafty, so she wants to have the crest to be the best ever, her crest to be the best ever, and gives me more when you make them. So she wants to give 3 paper crafts. And then Alaric is somebody who wants to form bonds away from home. So he wants to be away from home and then survive by making a friend at a getaway and then overcome the homesick mood while away at a getaway. So they want to go on a getaway. I'm kind of thinking that maybe we can have them go to, maybe I can have them build like a occult scout camp or something like that, where they are going with only kids that are occult, so no human kids, so they can be their full occult self. But it might be fun to have them go for just one episode on a getaway, or maybe something that I will do at the end of this series, as I do want to end this series in 5 to 10 episodes, depending on how the story develops. Selene is close to finding what's happening on the island. She has already found a mermaid kelp that she's trying to investigate. She has found different things in terms of collectibles. If you check, where is it? Where is it? Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna find this. Buried treasure. She has found the heart of Selene. She found fingers of Selene twice, and then she found the eyes of Selene. So she is getting close to finding things. She's finding more and more things. Magical artifacts. She already has 19 out of 26, and then for bonus she has 9 out of 30. Sugar Skull, we have 3 more to go, and then 3 more to go, and then we will get the final one. And fossils, she just needs 1 more. Metal, she needs 1 more, and then 3 in the bonus. Crystals, she needs 1 out of the bonus. But she did tick that one off already. My Sims Trophy, she only needs 4 more. Like, she is really doing well in the collective possibilities or things that you can collect. So I do think we will finish most or some of the ones that we've started up by the end of the series. But in terms of where she's going in her story, I do think she's going to spend tomorrow again on the beach trying to find stuff in the cave. And maybe she will find something that's what she's looking for. But she has found this mermaid kelp, and she is still trying to figure out what it means. Like, if this is just regular kelp or if it's something that is non-regular kelp. But she wants to find an expert to talk, an expert in like folklore or Selene folklore, to talk about this kelp. Like, is there anything special to this kelp? I've read some stories, but can you just confirm to me? So she's probably thinking, she's taking that now, but she's probably thinking like, I need to figure this out. I need to look more into this, but today is the day for my kids. And we finally have Father Winter coming over while the triplets are playing They'll Wake the Llama with their dad. And Selene is watching a horror movie with Rowan and Kieran. So I'm gonna take a picture of these 5 together having a fun little time. And then here you can see 3 of them watching a little bit of a movie about zombies. Because Kieran needed a little bit more fun. He also needs some food, but it is nice to see that he is building some nice family time. Now that Father Winter is here, he's adding to our present pile. That's good. I do think he's happy to see that. Yeah, he's adding to the present pile, so we can have some more gifts to open. Oh, he's adding a gift. He's adding a lot of gifts. But we are going to have the kids who are very happy that Father Winter is here. We are going to have all of them do a friendly introduction and then see if they can ask for a gift from Father Winter. And if you've been watching the series the entire time, We have had Father Winter before in the series, and Selene actually found Father Winter very attracted. I'm not gonna have them do anything, although in the challenge rules you can woohoo Father Winter as well and have a baby with Father Winter. It does count for one of the occults, but I have something different in mind, so we're gonna wait for that instead. But let's see, she can still ask for a gift from Father Winter, I think. So ask for a present. Kieran is going to ask for a present as well. You never met Father Winter. So you are gonna ask for a present. Lark is introducing himself right now. And apparently Rowan wants to get a different job. Um, but can we please... Okay, let's do a fun introduction instead. Can we make sure that you can all get your gifts? It is the next day, and the triplets are playing hide and seek while Selene is getting herself ready to go to the beach. So everybody is in a good mood. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough vacation days for... oh wow, Kieran. So she did write an excuse note for Kieran to make sure that he could still stay on holiday. And I'm checking here. We need to know 3 different potions, but I'm kind of thinking about having him do a little bit of practicing magic before, and then practical magic because that is his type of magic. Let's practice a little bit of magic before we go to the beach, where we'll do a little bit more cave exploring. He did like Alaric. He's looking for hidden sims. We have, I know where they're hidden. We have Lycan hidden in under the bed. And I do think he found Lycan. But let's see if that is actually the case. Did he find, is he finding Lycan? Let's take a picture because I do think it is cute. But Lycan did hide in the bed that... Yes, he did. He found Lycan. So Lycan is now no longer hidden. He has been found. And then Phelan is actually hiding in this trash can, which, her being a slob, I think it is very, very fitting. So he needs to go and find her. I'm not gonna help him because I do think it is fun for Sims to look on their own. So he's gonna try different spots. I think he just thinks Phelan might be hiding under their bed as well, but because Lycan was already there, that he just needs to check to be sure. Well, Lycan, Phelan is here, so let's see if you are actually... Lycan, Alaric. Alaric, Phelan is outside, so let's see if you can find her. And I do think he will find her. Yeah, he's finding her. So he's looking at the trash can, and he is definitely finding his sister as well. Yes. Yes, he did. He found his sister. So she's come out of hiding. They've done playing some hide and seek, which is something that all of the triplets actually did want to do. So now that we have finished this round of hide and seek, and these things keep breaking. We do have enough money, so I'm just gonna keep replacing stuff. But since we are done basically with the hide and seek, let's just head over to the beach, to a little playground area. The kids can maybe also go swimming, and Kieran has learned Flora L'Oreal. But we are gonna do a little bit of traveling with the households, and now the kids can play actually on the beach, swim in the water as kids, because as triplets they were only allowed on the playground. So we are back on the beach, and I actually noticed that there are at least a few kids out here. One is Chandler Kealoha, who is actually... Let's see, we're gonna do a funny introduction, and then we're gonna play pirate together with her. But she's actually in the same household as Jonah or Jova. Let's see, Jovan Blackwell, who is the son of Cassie, who we of course know as a friend from Selene and a good friend of Rowan's. So we have those 2 kids that are actually over here, and then we have Stanley Yanes. But Joven is a spellcaster, so that might be nice to have the uh, boys from the triplets. So both Alaric and Lycan, maybe would be nice for them to become friends, so we can invite Joven on the occult trip, and then Valen, she could be friends with Chandler. Chandler's not an occult, but she might be familiar with the occult. Maybe she and her family know a little bit more since they are from this area. Maybe they know a lot more about the history, so that also might be a way for Selene to introduce herself to that family and maybe talk with Cassie about you're not you're not seeing a therapist, but you can join her in playing with the pirates, and hopefully you will have a best friend. But I think this way, maybe they are experts on some folklore, and maybe Celine can actually use this to talk to the family about what they know about the kelp that she has found. Maybe she can ask Cassie if she can introduce herself, if she can help her introduce herself to the family. And Kieran, what are you gonna do? I feel like you want a little bit of fun. Maybe you can just go a little bit of swimming. Oh, he's actually talking to Makoa. Makoa's actually coming over to Kieran to talk, so I think Kieran might actually be the one who is going to be introducing himself to the family, and then he's like, "Oh, I heard you from Cassie, who I've known like for a very long time. I've heard she's living at your house. Like, seen Joven over here, who he probably has seen at some point as well." So I think there's just a little bit of a introduction and a little bit of talk happening with these families. Yep, we have Makoa running over to Karen. So yeah, maybe they can help us out, maybe not. At least we do have a way into Cassie, and now with the kids becoming friends, I think it also might be that one day of the holiday they will say, okay, you can maybe celebrate New Year's Eve here. There's something else, like maybe we can have a little bit of a talk. At least these two seem to have a little bit of fun time. She's definitely laughing, and I do think it's really sweet. And also, he is hysterical, but he seems to have fun. Have you already introduced yourself to Joven? No. Please introduce yourself and have a little bit of a playtime to do a fun introduction. Oh! Adding to the friend group. Phelan seems really cool, and hey, when it comes to friends, the more and merrier. So they are definitely becoming friends, which I think is very cute. So I really hope that she will find a best friend this way, because that would be sweet. That Selene like is the place where she will find her first best friend. We're gonna just explore instead of search for discover natural wonder. I will do that after, and then I will also search for wildlife, and we're just gonna do all of the things that we can. Karen, you were talking with Makoa, but apparently not. Who we have here? This is Gladys. Maybe we can just do a little bit of snorkel freely. Why don't you do a little bit free snorkeling? And then we will just see what Turpus. Are you really not enjoying? Oh. I'm gonna stay with Leica for a little while because apparently he's not doing any introduction, and I do want him to introduce himself to Joven. So please introduce yourself so we can have a little bit more of a friend group for these three as well. And apparently Phelan has been playing so much with Chandler that they can already become best friends forever. So we are going really fast through this. We also have both Lycan and Alaric, who have been added to the friend group of Joven, which includes, I believe, let's see, it includes, I think it included Hawea, which I'm hoping to pronounce correctly, because if you go to Alaric, He is actually friends with Hawaya, and he also has been adding to the friend group sentiment. So it is nice to see that all of the triplets are making friends and that they are having fun. She now has a BFF, which means she can craft a friendship bracelet together so they can have a little bit of a fun time. I am going to have her also take a picture to commemorate being friends. Let's see, a camera take photo with Chandler so that she can have a little bit of a nice time. And then we can also see that she knows that Chandler dislikes the violin, dislikes pop music. They're best friends. They're bosom buddies, so we'll be friends until the end of time, maybe even longer. They're deeply connected. Valen thinks that Chandler is adoring. So you do see that they are like, it's really nice to see the sentiments that they are building up together. So I'm really happy for the triplets that they are doing so well in terms of the friends group. We have Kieran, who is doing a little bit of fishing. He got a tree fish, which is rare. And if we actually check here and go to rarity, it is one of the rarest fish that you can find in game. So that is really great how well he's been doing. There are some more that we can find in Solani, so I'm just gonna have him keep fishing as he is very focused as well. We also found the Eyes of Selene, which is always good for the collection that we are building since Selene also found another Eyes of Selene, but she didn't really find anything else. Why did I get 3 notifications for the Glow and Flow Festival? Seriously, 3 notifications? That's insane. We are gonna try to take a few cute pictures. Oh, I don't have my overrides for kids apparently. I think this one is very sweet, but I also kind of feel that something silly might be nice. Yeah, there we have something silly, so we are gonna turn off the flash, but we are gonna make it a little bit brighter. And then we're gonna take 5 pictures just in case. Well, Celine hasn't found anything useful today. She hasn't found anything that can help her further. So she is thinking about in the next episode going over to Cassie, visit Cassie and the family that she's been living with, who are experts on Selani's folklore. Mako has been living in Selani all his life together with his wife Lillian, and now it's also a great excuse for her to say like, "Oh, my daughter and your daughter have become best friends. Can we come over?" My sons have become friends with Jovan, so could we come over for a little bit of a play date on on the day of New Year's Eve and just have fun? Oh, we can get some rare stuff. Okay, that's great. We probably might be getting some more rare fish. But she's just gonna use that to get closer to Makoa and to Liliana to see if there's anything that she can get from them in terms of knowledge and to listen about the Mermedic Kelp, like what the folklore is about it. She also got a voodoo doll. And we got a barely better dish camera, which we don't need. But I'm gonna have her do one final exploration of all 3 options before we go back home. We can also see if we look at the triplets. He needs bladder, so you can also use the bathroom. She doesn't need to, but she still needs to get sleep. So I do think you need hunger, fun, and sleep. Isn't fishing fun for you? Go fishing. I thought it might be fun for you, but yeah, it is building up your fun a little bit, so it should have been a little bit more fun for you. But we're just gonna see if she can find anything else, and otherwise, I am going to end the episode here, I do believe, and I will leave what she finds in the next episode. Let's see. She rummaged through. She found a souvenir, a small conch shell. Okay, so I'm going to leave for the next episode her talk with Makoa about the kelp, and let's see what she finds. I will end the episode here. So I hope you lovelies like this episode. If you do, click the little like button down below. Let me know if she will learn anything from Makoa, or if it's just like, oh no, it's regular kelp. There's nothing. Like, yeah, there is a story about the name mermaid, that it might transform you into mermaids, but yeah, it's not the case. Like it's just stories. It's not real, and we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, I hope you lovelies liked the triplets birthdays and everything else in this episode. I do think it was a little bit more of a nice, wholesome episode. So if you're not subscribed yet and don't want to miss out on either wholesome or chaotic episode, make sure you also click the little subscribe button down below. And I'll see you lovelies in the next one.